It's been 777 days since the last segment of Stump Weather. Today is June 22nd, 2021. For the past 2 years, I have sat and watched life go by. Each time the season changes, things always seem to get tougher. I was a fool back then, I admit it. What a privilege it was to live in such ignorance. A terrible marketing assistant, an even worse section leader. I was never what I truly wanted to be. I didn't believe in myself. I had no reason to. 777 days ago. Days of celebration and excitement quickly turned to misery as I witnessed the first of 4 family deaths right after graduation. I remember my first semester of college like it was yesterday. I never felt so humiliated and empty. Maybe this was me paying the consequences of my own actions. I spent most of my time alone. Sometimes I would go to the library and just think about everything. The first semester, counseling, where I found out what was wrong with me. In November of 2019, there were plenty of things wrong with me. An attachment, a disability, but more importantly, the attachment. I haven't talked to him in over 2 years. In the beginning, I was afraid of him leaving, and then he left. Now exists only my memory and my subconscious, and I'm afraid he'll never leave. I wish I never met him. 777 days ago, back when my parents were still together. The cheerful exterior you all saw at school quickly melted away the moment I stepped back into that house, where the air always seemed to reek of constant depression and sadness. A time where I would watch my dad, my mom, and my sister come home. Back when I didn't have to be the bridge between 2 worlds. A time where I heavily relied on my parents. But today, it's my parents who rely on me. I only see my mother come home. I go months without talking to my father. That never used to happen before. How quickly things changed. 777 days ago. Today is June 22nd, and my 20th birthday is in 2 days. But I feel it is by no means a call for celebration. It's another year of this life, this addiction, another year of standing out while trying so hard to blend in. Always wanting to go with the flow, but always having to go against it. All I've ever wanted was to be like everyone else. Yet here I am, on another year toward the inevitable. I don't have much contact with death these days, but on the night of January 28, 2018, I wanted to give up. I stayed home from school for 3 days, and I didn't go back until February 1st. When asked, I told them that I had the flu. But each weekday, for the rest of my high school career, I came back deep in codependency and addiction, and green with envy over what she had. 777 days ago. A time of innocence, a time where my mind was more peaceful, a time where I had fire in my eyes. After the lockdown started, I lost that peace and that fire completely. I spent months searching, but all I ended up finding was my only means of escape from my thoughts of those 4 years, constantly replaying every mistake until I would drive myself to the brink of madness. I felt trapped. 777 days ago. Back then, I was awaiting a diploma. Now I have a degree. I don't know if I was supposed to make it this far. I've given 15 speeches over the past 2 years, an A for every single one. Some were about me, my disability, my family, my experiences. I even wrote one about him at one point. But I assure you that none of them hold a candle to the one I gave that night. I feel as if I've been in the eye of the storm, and today I am granted a choice. Raise my voice once more, or continue to stay mute. Let the second half of the storm come, or stay in the eye, where it's somewhat peaceful. What can I do? "777 days ago. A mind blind to regret. People blind to the consequences of their actions, blind to the messes I've had to clean. What a privilege it is to live in such ignorance. So, here's to the two of you. The high is 99 degrees with a 90% chance of no rain, and wind blowing 10 miles per hour to the northwest. Here's to 777 days.